Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining me for lesson number 9. Yes, sir. One more to go, but I hope you've learned something out of these lessons. I hope I've at least able to share one thing with you that you didn't know and it helped you with your playing or taught you how to read or I don't know, made you understand time signatures. Before we get started, let's get this disclaimer out the way and then we can roll. If you are under 18, tell your parents you are doing this session. You would think I would know this, right? Feel free to ask questions and make comments. Thank you, John, for your comment. We're going to take a look at that song later in this lesson. But be safe, stay online by just using your first name. Be safe while you're online by just using your first name. Don't give out your contact details, and I hope you enjoy today's session. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, put this down here. I'm going to pick it up from time to time because I'm going to use this in the lesson. Um, Today's lesson, I need to look at the paper to make sure. Yep, intro and explaining ear training, or at least my technique for ear training to learn different rhythms and different beats when I have to learn a particular drum part. Um, Everybody has their own style and their own way of doing this. I'm just going to share with you what it is that I do. And the more you listen to songs, you'll develop a style that works for you. Um, I'm going to talk about drums, obviously. And sometimes when I'm listening or learning my parts, I will, like the drum beat is specifically what I'll pay attention to. There are times if I can't really hear the beat, then I will try to get the pulse of the song. Once I have the pulse of the song or the time signature of the song or the feel of the song, then that will help me. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what a time signature is again because I know that you know that the time signature tells you, the top number tells you, what is it? How many beats are in the measure, and the bottom number tells you what? That's right, which note is equal to the beat or one beat. I don't have to repeat that again. That was at the beginning. But I'll use that to talk about what it is that I have to do to learn songs. Different songs will have different feels. I know that there's a little short thing that I put online called the dot. Talked about the dotted eighth followed by the 16th. Right? Or triplet feel. That rhythm gives you a swing, right? As opposed to a straight. Okay? Like a lot of shuffles. It's just a whole swing kind of vibe. Ba-do, 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 ba-do. That's a swing feel. Or a shuffle feel, but with the swing. Ba da 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 da. The triplet, 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 triplet. But it's still related to that dotted eighth followed by 16th note. Okay, that's a tighter feel. Maybe I'll do a short on that, the difference between those two guys. Yeah, before lesson 10, I will. But that's the first thing I listen for. I will listen for whether it's a straight or whether it's a swing feel. And a lot of people will say, well, that's obvious. But you'll be surprised. Sometimes it's not as obvious as you may think. There were a few songs that I used at the very beginning in lesson 1. And I know one of them was Now, is that straight or swing? That is a straight feel. Exactly. Great job. If it was swinging, it would probably be, man, how can I even envision that? It's just not the same song. All right. So you want to listen for whether it's a straight feel or whether it's a swing feel or whatever type of feel it is. The other thing that I do, I definitely pay attention to the time signature. And I will do that by trying to find, and I'm looking at my notes, but in order to explain this, I'm going to have to jump all over this page a little bit. But I try to find a repeating phrase. The bass guitar may be playing something that repeats that helps me find where the one is. Sometimes there is a percussion loop. In one of these examples, it's an original song that I did with the group, with my brother and I, but we use a percussion loop. And it's got a repeating pattern to help you find where the one is. And sometimes, yeah, you just, believe it or not, sometimes the drummer will do a repeating pattern and you can find out what something is. Okay? So, those will be different techniques. Play with me. And then maybe yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put my bass drum on quarter notes. And we're gonna practice playing straight. Quarter notes right here on the bass drum. Turn this down just in case this is too loud. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, then swing it. 1. Okay, do it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1. That's straight. Now swing it with me. 1. Straight. Swing it. Straight. Right. And stop. Good job. Good job. Now, swing. That's that. Obviously, when you hear someone use the word swing, the first thing I think about is the jazz version. Straight up swing. But it still has that dotted 8th followed by the 16th note, which when you're swinging, it feel more like a triplet feel. But it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? All right? That's still a swing feel. All we did was we didn't put that stroke in. We just did the. All right? So, you have to listen to see what type of feel the song has. Let's just play. Let's play a straight beat. Just a straight beat, the Billie Jean beat. That's one of the easiest, straightest beats there is, I think, out there. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Okay? Nice and straight. 1, 2, 3. Of course, you know these are 8th notes on the hi-hat. 1 and 2, and of course, you know this is on. This is 2 and 4. This is on. 1 and 3. Very good. 1, 2. Back to the beat. And this is straight. Now let's swing it a little bit. You feel it? You feel the difference? You feel the difference? Back to straight. Go to the swing. Now that's a shuffle beat. Right? But it still has that swing. Okay? Let me touch on a little bit about the triplets and the dotted eighth again. So I don't have my sheet of paper here, but these are eighth notes. I'll use the snare first, right? 1, 2, I'm setting up the quarter note so we can always have a reference point. That's my quarter note. Eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Those are eighth notes. Quarter note, 2, eighth note. Eighth note triplets. Eighth notes. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Eighth notes. Eighth note triplets. Eighth notes. Quarter notes. You like that? That was my shifter. That way I didn't have to try to yell over me playing this electronic drum. Okay? That was my shifter. I hope you like that. Boop, boop, like changing a lane or something. Turn the signal on. Boop. Change it from quarter note, boop, eighth note, boop, to eighth note triplets. Okay? So, eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and eighth note triplet. Now, I just say triplet, but I've also heard it count 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. Try it with me from the eighth note to the triplet. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. Triplet, 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 triplet. Did you see what just happened there? Did you just hear that? That's this guy. That's in that shuffle beat. That has that swing, right? It's the triplet. So if I accent it, or if I do that, it's still. It's my quarter note, right? Triplets coming up. Now, all right, did you hear it? Yeah. Now, sometimes with drums, you can be the, how can I say this? I'll just say it. You can be the best reader in the world, and you can understand how to break those notes down and to subdivide them, but you have to learn how to feel it. Okay? I believe, and I've been told by a lot of working drummers out there, that is number one, being able to keep time, okay? Not speeding up, not slowing down, being able to play with or to a metronome or a click or a sequence loop, and not overplaying, okay? you know, when it's time to do your thing, do your thing. But until then, hold the groove, play the song, support the lead singer or the lead instrument, whether it's sax or guitar, whatever. Don't get in the way. Be supportive. Give it some spice, but be supportive. And feel. Feel. So I showed you really quick what a triplet was, but you kind of have to know how to feel it as well. Even if you don't know how to count it, you need to understand that shuffle beat is going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You got to feel that. Okay? All right. Cool. All right. And you'll get it. The more you play, the more you practice it, then you get an idea for the feel. As a matter of fact, let's just do a shuffle beat. This is the beat that I'm going to play. I'm going to play this. Okay? You play something similar with me. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, boom. Very good, very good. Okay, and there are different types of shuffles. There are some where the bass drum is doing, right. So, but it's still, the point is, it still has that feel. Triplet swing. Got get cool. All right. So you got to listen for the differences between the feel and the swing, whether something is straight. You listen for the time signature, whether it's in 3/4, whether it's in 4/4 or 5/4. Now, there are some songs that actually you can feel different pulses. You might feel, let me do this example really quick here. All right. Pull this guy up here. Hopefully my phone will do what it is that I want it to do. It's a smartphone. It's supposed to be smarter than me, so we shall see. Um, this is one of my favorite songs just for that reason. Let me hit this guy, and I'm going to press play, and hopefully you can hear the song. Here we go. Can you hear it? Okay, did you hear that pulse in that song? And if you notice, I was showing you the 3 different pulses that's in this song, right? It starts with da, do, ba, ba, da, da, da. Yeah, yeah. You can send me a comment. Greg, I love it when you sing. It just makes the chills go up and down my back or whatever. I'm just doing the best I can here. This is not a singing lesson, okay? You know Lisa is dealing with that. But it's da, do, do, ba, do, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, da, 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 da. Now, in addition to that, you have the boom, ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, 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 chord changes, ding, 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 dong, 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 dong. While she's singing on that, got that. Da, ba, ba, biddy, dee, da, 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 dee, do, 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 do. So you got those 2 times going. And in addition to that, you have ding, ding, da, 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 ding, ding, da, bo, ding, right here. And that comes with the hook. Da, 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 did it for you. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 the years, right? So what I like about that song, first of all, it's a very lovely song, I think, and it's called "A Thousand Years." It's You can look it up. "A Thousand Years." I think it was in the Twilight, one of those Twilight movies. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I count that because I'm not playing these songs a lot because I know that on YouTube there's a copyright thing, and I don't know whether that has to do with how long you play a particular song. But the melody is ba 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 dee da. Then the pattern repeats again. 2 ba dee dee. Right. Then she has the other pattern. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? Now, having that pulse against 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, right? And having that pulse against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? I mean, it's a beautiful song. So then you go, well, Greg, what do you play in a song like that? You say you put your ear. This is about teaching us how to play something. And okay, cool. So for me, I would pick the 12, 12, 8. 12 is at the top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 12, 8. Yes. 12 beats in a measure, 8th note gets the beat. That's what I would go with, right? So I would play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, maybe not this hard, but this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why would I pick that? Because of the bass. And if you listen to the song, because I don't want to play this again, I don't want to hit the copyright thing, but the bass changes on. Boom, it's the same note, 7, 8. Boom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Those are the cues that I would use for a song like that. Now, maybe if the bass went boom, doom, 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 and her singing pattern changed like that, I don't know. I might feel that was maybe in 6. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But my point is that I listen to the music, and that's what you should do. Listen to the music and get your different clues. Okay. Woo, it's a lot of talking, but I was doing my best to try to break that down without playing that again. I'll play it briefly again, and hopefully I won't get flagged or get in any trouble for it. 1 second. Okay, let's see. And let's see if we can pick it up where a beat comes in. Yeah, you got doom, sing, ding, boom, gang, boom, boom, bing, ding, gong, ding, bang, ding, ding, bing, change. Okay, so check that song out. And another one that I want to do. So, John sent me a message, and he said, "Greg, there's a beat on this remake. It's called Where Your Love Like Heaven." It's a remake, and he said that he wanted me to just listen to the drum part, and I did. I listened to it before the lesson, and I'll see if I can play just a little bit of that. Okay, it's the Sarah McLachlan version of this particular song. No, not that one. Here we go. Okay, now that happened really quick. I'll go back again. Here we go. Okay, right away, what timing is that? 3/4? No, it's not 3/4. You know it's 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't even try to sing the song and mess it up. Da 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 da. 3, 4, 1. So we know we're in 4/4. Okay, that's the first thing. Then I listened to. For this one, I'm actually going to check out the drums, because there's a little spot at the top, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes, if you can go back and feel where the one is, like if a drum part starts, you're not sure where the one is, let it play. Let the song play, and you can hear where the one is. Check it out. One more time. So now, I hear that. Now I know where the one is. And I'm hearing triplets. I'm hearing this drum beat has a triplet feel. Step at the top at the top at the top at the top at the bop 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 at the zap at the top. Let's check it out again. Okay, so again, I'm not going to play this again, but I told you what the song is. Where Your Love Like Heaven, the Sarah McLachlan version. I believe this is a remake. Okay, so he's doing, if this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, he's doing triplets. He's doing triplets on there. Okay, now if you checked out my lesson where I went over rudiments, paradiddles, double paradiddles, triple paradiddles, and flams and flam accents, I showed you something called the rough, right? Rough. This tom wasn't there, so it was a better view, but that's the rough. Really quick, 2, and then followed by that. And sometimes it's just that. So, right? That's the rough. Now, what I hear on that beat, John, is that he's doing triplets with roughs in them. That's the first line he plays. Then he goes, right? Okay? It's hard to hear it on this tom. He's doing that. So he's doing triplets with the rough. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's starting with his right hand. So when he gets into the song, John, and you guys check it out, when he goes, he can throw that hi-hat thing on there, but it's all triplets. Right hand. He starts with right hand all day long. All day long. Right hand. Right? Okay. That's that beat. I would play it more with this, but again, I don't want to get into copyright trouble. So thank you. Let me know what you think, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on in that song. Cool? All right. So let's check out another one. And again, this is my technique for when I have to learn a drum beat and what it is that I go by. So the first example was I listened to the complexities of the song and try to figure out the feel by a repeating pattern. The first song, 1,000 Years, which I believe is in 12, right? But you can also hear what I'm going to call a slow 4, right? And you can feel another pulse as well. But I use the bass guitar, when it would change, and I use the melody to determine what type of beat this person was playing. All right, let's go to, now this song is actually, I should be able to play a little bit more of this because this is actually a song that's on my CDs with my brother Gary, and it's called Granger. It's Phase 1, and this song is called Mantis. So the reason, not that song, come on, show me some love. There we go. Now, the reason why I'm picking this song is because we start this song with a sequence loop. Sometimes when I'm recording, I prefer, instead of just playing to that, a click, just straight, sometimes I'd rather have a sequence loop. And I'll program some percussion, some shakers, some congas, and that's in time. That's not going to move. It's a sequence loop. But it's programmed. That's not going to move. So we did that to this song. Check it out. One more time. Now, could you feel where the 1 was initially? Once the groove comes in, that is the 1. But could you feel it? Send me a comment. Say, I felt where the 1 was right away, or I didn't know where the 1 was, and when the band came in, I still didn't know where the 1 was. But let me know, all right? I'm going to do that one more time. Okay, you feel it? 4/4. Okay, now that has a pattern that it's a lot of stuff going on in that percussion program pattern. But the main thing that I had to tell the band, because when we play this live, we do it like that. The percussionist starts that pattern. And it took a minute for him to get it, but once he got it, he understood where it was. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if I didn't know that song, I would listen again for the repeating pattern that's going to help me to know where the 1 is. And it's that 2, 3, 4, 1. That's the one right there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay? Once you got that, you got the song. And then yeah, once Gary comes in and you feel it, you go, oh yeah, it definitely makes sense. It sits now. Let me see if I can play that one more time. Okay? Cool. So those are some of the things that I look for. Did I have another example here? Actually, I think that's all we need to go by so I can get that point across. Let's put that guy right here. Very good. So, come on, there you go. So, I hope I didn't go too fast. And please leave me some comments because I will do little short videos. I am going to do one on triplets. Okay, after I do this session right here, then I will probably do a 10-minute one. I think it's going to be 5, but they always end up being 10. Where we'll go from eighth notes to eighth note triplets to 16th note to 16th note triplets and maybe even 32nd notes. But I will slow the tempo down. But we'll talk about that. But those are the different things that I look for. Repeating phrases, right? Understanding the time signature that I'm playing in, right? Whether it's 3/4, 4/4, 12/8, 6/8, right? 6 beats in the measure, 8 note. The 8th note gets the beat, or 12 beats in the measure, and the 8th note still gets the beat, or is equal to 1 beat. Cool. What else? The instrument itself. Sometimes the drum actually, you can hear the drum beat and there's no mistaking what it is that you're going to play. Being able to hear the differences between the hi-hat and the snare or the cymbal. Okay? Being able to tell when, and whether it's a pedal hat, which I can't really demonstrate too good with this kit, but sometimes you hear pedal hat while the cymbal is playing. Just play it back and put your ear to it, and you will definitely lock into it, right? I wish you guys were here because I would say any questions. So I'm still going to say any questions, leave me a comment. Once again, 1,000 Years was da 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Da 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 I might be faster than the original. I probably am faster than the original tempo. Am I swinging it or am I playing it straight? I'm playing it straight. Good job. I can do it. That's how straight this beat is. It's not. That would be swinging it, okay? That's straight. The other song, Where You Love Like Heaven, right? I said that was a triplet kind of thing, right? 8th note, also on the right hand with the roughs. Mantis. Mantis is just a straight funk groove. Dig it, dig, dig it, dig, bit, 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 ba ba da ba 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 ba, right there. Ba 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 ba. I'm not even gonna count it. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Now that song is just straight, but you use that tambourine to know where your one is, that percussion loop pattern. And try that. Practicing with a metronome is good. Every drummer should have one, but I don't know if you don't have a computer and if you don't, you don't have a program like Ableton or Digital Performer or Logic or any of those. Get you just a regular little small drum machine that has beats in it or beats you can program. And I'm telling you, practicing with a drum machine while you have a percussion loop going, whatever, and you're playing your groove, it's going to help you. Play with the timing. Put it in 3, put it in 5, put it in 7. Mix it up. But those are the different techniques that I use. Again, everybody has their own technique, but I hope those help. Okay? Cloth Cat Studio. Cloth Cat Studio is the place you want to go when you want to learn how to play anything. Did you dig how I swung that right there? Right? Cloth Cat Studio is the place you want to go when you want to learn how to play anything. No, that was straight. Come on, come on. Cloth Cat Studio is the place you want to go when you want to learn how to play anything. Cloth Cat Studio, the place you want to go if you want to learn how to play anything. Cloth Cat Studio is the place you want to go. All right, cool. That's lesson number 9. I didn't go back because you guys should already have all of that information, but I tell you what I will do for lesson 10. That's what I was going to do anyway. We're going to go back. We're going to touch on everything. Leave me comments. There will, as you saw, John asked me a question and I paid attention, and I hope I delivered the information that John wanted. Do the same thing. Ask me a question. I'll do some research and I will try to deliver the information that you want. All right? I will see you next week, lesson 10, 4 p.m. UK time on Thursday. All right. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you next Thursday. All righty. Be safe. Have a good one. So long.